Clap sync.
No, there's only one mic.
No clap sync. Still kind of would like to have it anyways. But hey guys, welcome to Two Beards Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Nick.
And I'm Levi.
And here we are doing the thing after the new year.
First podcast of 2020. For us. Wait. New Year's Eve, I guess. So it is first podcast of 2020.
Yeah.
There you go.
Solid. Either way, it's the first time we're recording after.
Yeah.
So, we've got an interesting barrage of items up here today.
We got some jelly beans, which looks like you already opened. You already tried one?
I just figured with the whole pre-open it, so I'm not crackling with it.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah.
So you got some draft beer jelly beans here, just to crackle it once. You know, get some of this.
Good stuff. Funny story. I don't know where these came from. They just showed up at Levi's house in my name.
I mean, you keep saying that, but like we have a good idea.
I'm like 90% sure it's from the Secret Santa.
Yeah.
But also, like, if it's not, might be about to die.
I'm just saying, like, we're pretty sure.
It's highly likely. Yeah, highly likely. So
it is the most likely scenario.
So is that the case? I mean, I'll text you in a little while, but thanks, Eric.
So jelly beans. Starburst Ecliptic IPA. Nick's a big fan of.
I just thought it was good,
and
I got it once, and
I'm not a huge fan of it.
So
Nick's got a large 24 ouncer Heineken premium lager, and I am doing dry January. I don't like doing the whole dry New like.
It's weird, and then that makes it sound like you're doing it's like a thing.
Yeah, no, I'm just not drinking for 30 days or whatever.
Right. So I mean, this is something we talked about a while ago.
Yeah, like it's always been a plan for like a long time.
Yeah, and then I super backed out on it.
Yeah, here you are. So I'm drinking Heineken 0.0% alcohol. I don't know the IBUs on this bad boy. Probably negative. Which is not, on the scale, but yep.
Yeah, what was that one Dogfish Head? They're like 120.
Yeah.
Like, I get what you're doing here.
Yeah, you're going for the 120 thing, but like it doesn't work.
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
120% beer. Yes. No, not that way either.
This is my first non-alcoholic beer.
I have had people say a lot of good things about it, and there's just no way.
Have you ever had any no duals, Becks?
No, I thought about getting an no duals.
So you're with me.
Yeah, but then my dad's like, just wait till you can get a real beer because it's shitty. You don't want it.
So yeah, popping my cherry on a non-alcoholic beer. I'm scared.
It's a big day. Big day.
I'm not positive that I'll even make it through one.
It's likely.
But I have two, in the spirit.
Well, cheers, bud.
Can I cheers on a non-alcoholic beer? I don't know.
Probably not. Ooh. That tastes different. Not like how I remember.
Okay. Like these beers and like Stella, because they come in green, they're all green. I just call them green beers. They all taste the same to me. And
Rolling Rock and
it's all green beer. And if it's St. Paddy's Day, more power to you. But
here we go. Drum roll, please.
That tastes like a Heineken.
This doesn't taste like a Heineken.
Give this a go.
I feel like something got messed up here.
It's not bad.
It's actually not bad.
Like, it's not, our style of beer by any means, but it's not bad.
If I wouldn't... Knowing I could see the difference, obviously, and I wish you could compare and contrast with me, but...
Like, if someone just handed it to you without the label, you'd have been like, it's a Heineken.
I would not know.
Yeah.
I honestly would not know. So, kudos to Heineken.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Solid. I wonder if they claim it's like 100% zero alcohol. Like, can a minor buy that?
I don't know. I like because they on the label it does say 0.0% alcohol.
Right.
I mean, technically it says 0.0% alcohol free, so I don't know what that means.
So it means there is alcohol.
I don't know. But I think because it's like I don't know how that works, right?
Yeah, I have no idea, man.
Because it's like maybe because it's a malt beverage. I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I think there's some weird rules, like because you can buy kombucha.
Because of the small percentage of it. It's like not even 8% of alcohol, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying like it's weird how like it's not. I think there's a category of drinks they fall into, like because you could go to the store and buy isopropyl alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's 100%.
Yeah, but Jesus Christ, if you drink that.
Yeah, it's a good mixer, dude.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, they're honestly so weird. Because then I think I'm like, is O'Doul's like the same thing as that, or is it like different in a way? Like like how does the brewing process like line up between the two, where they're both 0% alcohol? So
yeah, I know O'Doul's has some percentage.
Does it really?
I think so.
Yeah, but I mean, as a minor, you can totally order that.
I don't think so. I don't think you can get O'Doul's as a minor.
Are you sure?
Not in Washington, I don't think.
I was under the impression, at least in Illinois, that you could. Can you? I'll use two hands to make it go faster. Order O'Doul's as a minor. Because yeah, I've always thought like growing up, like, oh yeah, you know.
This is strange.
Is it confusing you, or it's just a taste, or what?
I think I would have been smart to like bring up an orange or some lime or something. But
yeah, this is not great. I would rather have a Rolling Rock or a Rainier.
We do have some High Life downstairs.
I think I would rather have a High Life, honestly. I mean, I'll drink as much as I can for this podcast, but I don't know. I was expecting a little bit better, to be honest.
The High Life, honestly, pretty good.
It's extremely light and very crisp, so it's almost like thirst quenching.
Well, and I drink it a lot with like on New Year's I was doing that and shots of whiskey. Yeah.
It's the way to go for sure.
Good.
It's my dad's go-to because it's like $6 for a 12-pack.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Ridiculously cheap.
Like, I can't argue with that.
Cheaper than PBR.
He says all the time, he's like, yeah, I'd rather have other beer, but like, come on. So I feel that. Allegedly, according to spokesperson from Michigan's Liquor Control Commission, it is against the law to serve near beer drinks, which includes O'Doul's, to minors.
There you go.
There you have it.
In Michigan.
It's very interesting.
See, I think that's kind of like what I was going to, and I think that's probably similar to Washington, is because it's like the type of beverage, not the alcohol percentage.
Isn't that absolutely fucky?
I don't understand the reasoning behind it. Welcome to the government.
The reasoning is 1530, where they're like, oh, kids can't have alcohol, and you're making something like alcohol, so it's like you're advertising alcohol to minors, and so.
Heineken 0.0% is a gateway alcohol.
You know what they say about that. All right, I'm curious about this fucking jelly
I'm curious for you.
Yeah.
That's all we care about right now. We don't care about this beer.
The whole audience was like, Jesus Christ, can you eat a damn bean?
Yeah. You know, you could chase... I think you're going to want to open one of the Starbursts, because you're going to eat that. Oh, gonna need something to chase it down, and then you're going to be like, I don't want to chase it down with the Heineken.
It just smells like feet. Oh, yep, this happened.
One of those beers.
Yeah. It's just gonna happen. I feel like I need to have two. I feel like one isn't good enough.
Go for 3.
Jesus Christ, 3?
Yeah, you got to go odd number.
It smells so bad.
Odd number for good luck.
Oh, it smells so bad.
Cheers. How's your draft beer?
Well, so far, it just tastes like sugar.
I was going to say, his face right now is not as bad as I expected.
Oh, there's some yeast flavor.
What does it smell like?
It smells like fucking feet.
What does it feel like? What does it look like?
They smell so bad.
Thinking like 3 to 3.5, like a fine. 2 to 3, and okay.
Even the bag, I gotta have you smell these in your hand. Like, in the bag, it just smells like sugar, but it just smell like feet.
Not good.
It's just not great.
Yeah, I don't.
Consensus?
I can't eat jelly beans, so.
They're jelly beans. They're fine. They just taste like jelly beans with a yeasty, caramely taste to them. So, it's not bad. Not bad. But this is better.
Starburst Ecliptic, or Biecliptic, I should say.
I don't know. So when I was going through the aisle, and I just was at a point where I'm like, I just feel like I keep having the same shit all the time.
Yeah.
In fact, at Jack's house, we still have some of the Born yesterday.
I saw some in the store yesterday.
I don't know. I mean, it's not super fresh at this point, but still.
I know, it's just like crazy.
Still probably pretty good. Yeah, that is really weird though. They'd still have it. But yeah, so I was like, I just want something new, and so I was looking around, and I'm sure you're the same way. I judge beers by their packaging hardcore.
Well, kind of, but like we've already discussed this, where I've like generally drank most beers in the store.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like,
yeah.
We were walking down the aisle one time, and Nick's like, "Let's get something you haven't had," and I'm like,
"Good luck."
I pretty much drank everything.
It was like
he pointed at like 12 different beers. I'm like, yes, it tastes like this. Yes, it tastes like that.
Yeah, there was maybe one beer where you actually might have. I think you were just unsure when you had it. And
then we did end up finding one that I hadn't had. That was the Bubble Stash.
Oh yeah, which was pretty good. It wasn't bad.
I liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's one of those beers where it's like, I don't know if I'd really go out of my way to buy it again.
No,
but I wasn't mad about it.
That's how I feel about these.
Totally. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at.
I got the 6-pack once. I was like, it's okay.
Yeah. I think what attracted me was the alcohol and the IBUs. I think it's 75 IBUs.
It's pretty high.
Yeah. So I was like, and that's what I was in the mood for. I wanted something like super hoppy, but it's fine. It's pretty good. Not bad.
I think what I don't like about it is that there's nothing that stands out to me. It's just kind of like,
absolutely.
Here's an IPA.
This is like a shittier Stone IPA, really.
Yeah. When you go to a restaurant and you order and you ask them what their IPAs are, and they say one of them, and then you don't quite hear the waitress, and you're like, "Yeah, I'll do that." And then you drink it, and you're like, "Actually, it's pretty good." That's how that feels like to me. It's just like you stumbled upon it in a restaurant, and you're drinking it.
Yeah,
it's not good enough for you to clarify what beer it was, because you're not going to go get it again.
Absolutely, but you're like,
keep drinking it.
This was a good, like when
I'll have another one of these.
That's 100% what it is. Oh man, I'm actually kind of haunted by a beer at there's this like Mexican place in Roslyn in the mountains, and they had, I think it was the bootleg IPA. I think that's what it was, but whatever it was, and maybe it's just like the draft they had there. I was like, this is a really good beer, but never figured it out. Never bothered. But
maybe next time you go there.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Perhaps not. But it was solid. Yeah, it's funny when I was like writing the stats for this, just the contrast of the two, where the normal Heineken's 5%, yours obviously 0. I got myself a Honkin 24-ounce one can, where you got 2 12-ouncers. Mine IBUs is clocking in at a big boy 19, and we don't know about yours. feel like it's
probably about the same.
It's probably about the same, honestly. I think it's about the same. It feels about the same.
It's like, honestly, I'm not mad about it.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
If you weren't drinking, this would be a good way to go.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you, honestly.
It's a little yeasty, but, I mean, that's...
A lot of times it's those kind of beers.
That's this kind of beer.
Yeah.
It's green beer.
Yeah, I mean, and we were talking how the whiskey you bought definitely much better mixed in with something, and
so that's what I'm planning on doing next week. So spoiler alert.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Fuck me.
I got a 0 proof whiskey, so I'll be doing an old fashioned.
Definitely better cold. Definitely better mixed in with shit.
If I decide to, I might actually get a couple other 0 proof stuff from a couple different companies, just because I think it would be kind of fun to make a couple different drinks that are like cocktail-esque.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I feel like the one you have is not. I don't want to talk about it too much if we're going to do it next week, but
yeah,
I feel like you could find a better drink than an old fashioned for that one. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the old fashioned really was for a me thing, so yeah.
Understandable. Fair enough. So I'll just come right out and say it.
All right.
A lot has happened in the Star Wars realm this past week, okay? A lot has happened.
In the past week?
In the past week, yeah.
What's the past week?
Well, I guess... well, so if you think about it, I guess it's past 2 weeks. But last week, our New Year's episode was a whole 7 minutes long, so we didn't really get into anything. But Mandalorian has ended. The Rise of Skywalker has come out.
We haven't talked about the Rise of Skywalker on podcast, have we?
No, actually, it was just we were talking about it like the day before or something. Or maybe the day of. Because if we recorded on, no, maybe we recorded on a Wednesday that week.
I don't know
for some reason.
But we had the lightsaber.
We did have the lightsaber. I want to say that was the Wednesday the day before.
I don't know,
but.
I wasn't going to hear. I was letting.
I don't know. I mean, I'm curious.
Ended?
I mean,
what do you mean you're curious?
No,
you haven't asked a question.
So
you were saying that.
You were saying, you were talking how we have not talked about the Rise of Skywalker, and so I was just gonna kind of be like
Star Wars fanatic.
All right, so here we are.
I'm the Star Wars critic.
So tell me, spoiler alert, okay? Because
we're just gonna say spoilers.
Spoilers for. If you're not caught up on everything,
spoilers.
I'm also a big advocate for if you don't see the thing within a week or two, then it's all bets are off and you don't care enough.
Well, that and like we've said spoilers, so at this point it's your fault.
Absolutely.
Like you haven't seen it and we've warned you. So
if you continue past this point after the spoiler warning, then you can just fuck right off.
Yep.
So Rise of Skywalker has come out, and there's a lot that happened here, and they pretty much just took The Last Jedi and fucking
threw it out the window.
Threw it right out the window, flushed it right down the toilet, and said, you know what, fuck it.
It's where it needed to go.
We're just gonna do what we wanted to do to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, we've said this on the podcast before, but I'm a big fan of, like, just retconning shit. Just like say, hey, it's 2020. We're taking things in a new direction. Like one of the things that pissed me off, we talked about this as well. Like the first scene in the movie, they go and get a message and they drop down a cable into a ship and plug it in with this huge connection to R2-D2. And I'm like, it's 40 years in the future and they're using the same technology. And in real life, it's 2020. Like, we get that there was a need to have that when the original trilogies were created, but like today you can just like wirelessly send stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It's a bit silly, right? Like
you can force across the entire universe, but they can't invent fucking Wi-Fi.
It's weird.
They can light speed through a ship. They can create a planet-sized destroyer that shoots a fucking laser beam and explodes planets.
I mean,
But they can't invent Bluetooth.
Of all the things, that's relatively plausible, right?
Like,
no, I'm with you, and it's inconsistent though, right? So, like in Rogue One, they used a satellite to transmit the Death Star plans. Like, you couldn't fucking do that from ship to ship.
And they have like wireless headsets and stuff too that they like comms.
It's pretty inconsistent, yeah.
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
It's very interesting, like, and like you said, like, so when the original movies came out, like, you can't fault them. Like, they were using the technology they had, and even then, like, inventing technology that didn't even quite exist yet.
Yeah, and like the entire original trilogy was very like campy. They like set design and everything, used what was around.
Yeah, well, and George Lucas's whole thing is like he wanted to make it look like it was a used universe.
Yeah,
where it was all very like relic-like and just almost like just old. So, but yeah, so opening scene, they drop in and fucking like ship to ship drop this cable to like transfer data, and it's like.
Couldn't even put that on a VCR.
There you go. just a bit unnecessary. A floppy disk, anything. I don't know. It's a bit unnecessary. But it's funny, like, I don't think about those things until afterwards, or if someone makes me, like, brings it up, and I'm like,
yeah, I was totally thinking
good
that
point.
During the moment. I was like, dude, we don't really need to keep doing this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it totally makes sense.
But yeah, going back to the original point, like, I'm a big fan of just saying, we did it because that was how it was done, but we're going in a new direction, so this is how it's going to be now.
Absolutely, right. And so they did that in a lot of ways, but also, things like that where it's like...
Yeah, like, I feel like they did that to the Force, and, like, I'm kind of a critique on that, like, because I feel like it just doesn't make sense anymore. I mean, it's never really made sense in my mind, but...
Oh, no, yeah. So,
now it's, like, totally ambiguous.
So, big boy spoilers. They almost made the fact that Anakin went to the dark side pointless.
Yes.
If you can bring people back from the dead with Force healing all of a sudden, and this is a light side power, then Anakin never needed to turn to the dark side.
Well, and like, is or is not the Force hereditary?
Right. Yeah. So
like, it's just so confusing now.
Well,
like, part of the thing about Rey, right, was that she was special because she came from like nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're like, haha, just kidding. But then also you look at, Kylo Ren, Luke, Leia, like, obviously there's some lineage.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Stuff going on there. So I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird. It's relatively inconsistent, but I mean, at the same time, like, they do point out time and time again that...
And even fucking Finn is like, a little bit.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. So a big thing is like this whole, throughout the whole movie, he's like, "Oh, I gotta tell you something, but not when Poe's around. That fucker can't keep a secret." So I guess the big secret was not "I love you." So both John Boyega and J.J. Abrams have come out and said, he's like, no, he was not gonna say "I love you." It was that he's also Force sensitive.
It doesn't make any sense to be like, right before I'm dying.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Right before we die, I gotta let you know. I can sense the Force.
You're not better than me.
Okay.
Women are not better than men. I can also use the Force.
I'm dying too. The Force sensitive, can you fix this? No?
No, okay, me neither, so we're just gonna die now.
Yeah, cool. Glad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Off.
Yeah, I think they paint themselves into a corner a lot of times, and then they try to...
I think they were like, man, this love story is kind of awkward. No one, it didn't look good, so we'll just lie and say...
Oh, no, he's Force sensitive. Please. Come on. Get your finger out of your ass. But, yeah, so Rey is able to heal people, and not only that, but bring them back from the dead and heal lightsaber wounds. Force healing is a thing that has been seen in other aspects.
Yeah, well, and I've talked to you about this, which is that, if the Force is truly hereditary, which doesn't make sense why like Finn would have Force sensitive then.
Okay.
But if the Force is hereditary, allegedly Palpatine was able to bring people back from the dead.
Since Rey was.
Well, no, because he said he could teach Anakin that.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah,
Right.
I don't doubt that. I don't necessarily think that. I mean, yeah, he was deceiving him, but I don't think to the point that that he was unable to do that for him. And also something that doesn't come up in the movies, or it's technically not canon yet. There's a thing that's similar to Force healing or bringing people back from the dead.
I'm saying, like, as far as an excuse for Anakin to go to the dark side.
Totally.
If Palpatine was the only one who was, able to, even if he couldn't, even if he was just lying.
Totally. Well, then that makes sense. Right.
There's still a, canonical reason.
Yes. But, I mean, that's the thing, though. So if, I guess if you're giving that, but Kylo did too. Kylo brought Rey back to life to killed himself. So he's not Palpatine. He's part of that Skywalker.
He just saw Rey do it, and therefore he could do it.
Yeah, I guess so. He's like, oh, that's how you do it. Okay, here we go. I don't know, man. Yeah, it was some fucking Romeo Juliet bullshit. It was just so unnecessary. That the kiss was fucking stupid as fuck. It's like if you have to have them kiss, don't make both of them die. Let them both live. Otherwise, if you're killing one, no kiss.
Well, they have to kill it.
And that's fine.
If they kiss, they have to kill one of them.
Why?
Because their relationship doesn't make sense.
Then why kiss? That's what I'm saying. Then why kiss? Why kiss?
I agree. There should be no
That's why it's stupid.
The relationship doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense.
Why do they like each other?
Oh, didn't grab my hand. Oh, you'll grab my hand this time.
Oh, we've spent all movie fighting each other, trying to kill each other. Let's just make out a little bit before one of us dies.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
no reason.
They had some little bond thing going on, and I get it.
But not that we know. We don't know why.
Yeah,
there's no logical reason for them to be.
Which is why the kiss made no sense. And it was stupid.
Yes,
it was stupid, unnecessary.
I get there's some quasi force connection thing happening, but I don't know, maybe just the force is some dictating, ruling force of the universe controlled by someone, and it just no one has free will. Maybe that's what it is. So things are just how they are, and
it's confusing.
God's playing with little people in the Star Wars universe because fuck it.
Yeah, why not?
They're just Sims. They just let's make him kiss before he dies because haha. I don't know.
That's Rian Johnson coming out. Literally everything he did in his movie. Let's just because. Ha! Fucker. I'd like to watch the Clone Wars series again. They kind of get into the will of the Force and the wills of the Force, if you will. And it's very interesting. There's this whole light side entity and dark side entity, and then father that mediates them, and
it's more like Greek mythology kind of thing.
Yeah,
gods are fighting against each other, and some win, some lose, some get what they want, some don't.
Yeah,
lots of betrayal and
yes, a lot of imbalance for sure.
Sex and
maybe, but I mean I'm
just saying Greek gods are always fucking each other, building other Force babies.
Totally are, absolutely. Yeah.
You think Baby Yoda's a Force baby that the Force is banging each other and out pop the Yodas?
No, I think Yoda and Yaddle were banging in the Jedi Council. That's what that was.
I don't know, dude. I think I like my theory that there's Force gods and they're banging, and that's how Yodas are. Just.
I mean, so far every time we see a species, they're a Jedi. So.
But maybe if a Yoda mates with a human or humanoid, because I don't know what the fuck Jedi human Jedis are. I don't know.
He's technically humanoid though.
Well, okay.
It's an upright being.
Just go with me.
Okay.
Yoda and a human bang.
Okay.
Is it Hercules that pops out?
I mean, should be, right?
You'd think. What color are they? Are they skin tone? Are they green but tall, or are they short but pale?
There's a lot of variables here.
I don't know.
I have no answers for you.
See, I'm asking the right questions.
I almost don't want to know. I really almost don't want
Disney,
to
if you're listening to us, plenty of ideas.
Don't delete this podcast. Oh, I got derailed. I don't even know where we're at.
We're on the topic of, once again, just like
Hello?
would like to say, the Star Wars should just be hour-long episodes in an 8-episode series.
And here we are. Although it's a bit too short, Mandalorian.
Yes.
One of the most successful things they've done in a long time.
That I haven't watched.
Yeah.
I think it's only successful because of Baby Yoda, though.
Yeah. Yes and no. I think it's gained a more broad liking because of Baby Yoda. So I mean, so it's like Star Wars fans all are totally down for it.
Yeah.
But Baby Yoda is bringing people in that don't like Star Wars, haven't seen Star Wars even, and are interested. And some people are even incredibly invested just because of him.
I'm interested to see what they do. Because I haven't watched season 1, so I can't say much on how this season is. So maybe this season is how I'm going to phrase this question.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see what they do to season 2 to capture that new audience that's been to retain that new audience that's been brought in just because of Baby Yoda.
No, yes, that is what we're waiting.
Because Star Wars canon can't hold them because so far Star Wars has never captured them.
No, it's too nerdy.
So what are they going to do to hold that audience?
That is very interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Baby Yoda can only last so long.
I mean, honestly though, now that they've already got everyone's attention with the adorable, cute little booger, really you could just if you just make a good sci-fi series, it'll probably hold people. Because I mean, sci-fi series do pretty well.
Elizabeth will be a good test audience, right? Because she doesn't know anything about Star Wars. Likes Baby Yoda. What does she think about The Mandalorian?
I need to figure this out, actually. And all the episodes are out, so...
And she does like sci-fi stuff, so...
Right, yep.
We're currently watching The Expanse.
Mm-hmm.
Great show.
Yep, have heard great things about it.
That show is, one of the most grueling things to get into.
That's what I heard.
It takes, 5 or 6 episodes, and you have to pay close attention.
Yep. Yeah, Jack said the same thing.
Yeah.
And...
It's real hard to pay attention for an hour long, hour long episodes, especially if you watch 3 or 4 in a row.
It's nice just to be able to go ooh and not worry about things you need to think about.
Yeah, you have to there's almost times where you have to stop and think, okay, who are these people? What's their goal? Because there's so many different things going on in the universe with it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm. The one thing that I think is going to distract me, I just caught a glimpse of what Jack was watching. I don't even know where he's at. But what I saw, acting was not amazing. It was very fine.
Yeah, there's some better and worse pieces of it.
Fair enough. That can be pretty distracting to me.
I don't think there's so much that distracts me in that show, but it's more so you have to be willing to pause and okay, this is what's going on, or rewind because you're okay, I didn't catch some of that detail in that conversation. I was looking at my phone, and now they're all doing this thing. Things just change direction so quick that you can't be oh, I was looking at Instagram and I missed this. I'm just gonna wait a second and I'll figure it out. It's okay, wait, what are we doing?
It's fucking Mars. Where are we? Where are we?
Yeah, it's weird.
Fair enough. No, it's one thing I want to get into. I feel like there's so much. I mean, with Mandalorian now just ending, Renee and I have been on the hype train for you. I thought the first season was pretty decent. I think the second half really took a much better turn. It got much less drama-y, a little bit more fucked up, if you will. A little bit more.
I don't know what you're on about.
So there's a show called You.
Oh,
on
You.
Netflix, yes.
Yes, I've heard of that.
Yeah, so... second season just dropped a week ago.
What is the premise of the show? I don't know
the premise
anything about it.
So there's this dude and he's a stalker.
Okay.
That's basically all they give you to begin with. And so then it's just he works at a bookstore and this girl walks in, and like the whole show is kind of monologued by him, and it's like it's interesting because it's like his third person perspective on his own life, and it's like he has this like omniscient like overlook on it where it's like he's almost like speaking on it like it's in the past,
like he himself is removed from his own life.
Yeah, but it's weird because they haven't like showed like, oh, here's me now and here's me. That's why I'm in prison and like looking back on this, which is like was a theory that I had, that season 2 or like a few episodes in and like all season 1 and a little bit of this 2 still hasn't like given any insight into like why he has this weird like omniscient like presence in the story.
Maybe that's just how he is.
Could be, yeah. But it's I don't know. You'd have to hear it. It just sounds like he's talking from the future, like looking back on these events. So it's just kind of odd. But it's good. And it gets a little bit more like psychological. Well, I don't want to say psychological. It's just psychological in the sense that like he's the fucking like more or less like a fucking serial killer.
Yeah.
So
psychopath.
Yeah, he's a psychopath. So that's it. That in and of itself is interesting. Season 2 is a little bit, I don't know. It's definitely not as good. They're very quick to be like, it's 2019 and 2020. We have phones. Look, internet. And I don't understand. It's just weird. Social media. Cool, dude. Why? I don't know. But overall, it's not terrible. And I like season 1. Season 1 was good. I feel like, and we just are about to finish How I Met Your Mother again.
Again.
Like, oh yeah, I this is Renee's second time. I can't count how many times I've gone through the series. At least 10.
I can't believe you still watch that show.
Like, oh yeah, it's funny every time.
Yeah, but like you can watch other things.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. I like it. I think it's a combination of I love the humor and it's also relatable. I mean, those two things put together is, yeah, that'll pretty much do it for most people, I think.
I watched a couple episodes of, you ready?
Okay.
Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, yeah? What is that? Where'd you watch that?
Hulu. So I was like scrolling through and it said like new on Hulu, Jimmy Neutron, and I was like,
okay,
all right. It was like 12:30 at night, and it's like, why not? Fall asleep.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's great.
Just as bad as you'd expect.
Perfect.
Yeah,
gotta love it. My brother, we might have actually even talked about it. My brother a while back bought like a fuck ton of SpongeBob episodes and Fairly Odd Parents episodes. Especially Fairly Odd Parents. It is, wow.
Yeah.
That is some early 2000s for you.
Yes. I liked SpongeBob, but I was not, like, SpongeBob has never been, like, nostalgic for me.
Me too. Because I think we were already, like, kind of at that point where...
Probably, like, a little bit older.
Mm-hmm. So we weren't growing up on it, per se.
Yeah. Like, Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, like, that's all, like, nostalgic to me. Like, by the time SpongeBob probably came out, we were moving to...
I feel like even that stuff... I don't know. I feel like even that stuff was kind of around the same time, but it was just, like, geared towards a slightly older audience.
Maybe.
So it was kind of more geared to us, whereas SpongeBob was just a little bit more... SpongeBob, yeah, was 99 when it came out. So, I mean, only 6 years old. Still pretty young, but it just doesn't... I'm with you. For some reason, it doesn't have that, like, childhood nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My nostalgia stuff is more of, like, the Drake and Josh kind of thing.
So mine's even, like, yes, that, but, like hardcore nostalgia, and it's stuff that I would not watch today, but, like, it just brings me back, is, like Rugrats. Or
Rugrats.
All Real Monsters, Rocko's Modern Life, like, those guys. Yeah, Rugrats, classic.
Right? But yeah, I would not watch any of those.
I wouldn't watch any of those now. It'd be so terrible. Terrible. Like, that was very much just like a little kid show. But things like...
You know what I hated back
Jake and Josh. I would totally watch Jake and Josh, like, tonight.
Doug.
Yeah, Doug was not great.
Hated Doug.
It was not great. Didn't love it. And then he had his best friend, Jizzer.
Yeah.
Fucking some blue dude named Skeeter. What a weird ass fucking name.
Hey Arnold, great show.
Hey Arnold was a great show.
Recess.
Oh man, that was like the classic like weekend show because nothing else was on for some reason. It doesn't make sense. All the good shit was on like during the week.
Absolutely, like, and sometimes like too early too, like right before, like you would get home and like you just missed like a couple of the best stuff. And
yeah,
it's like,
the fuck, like, who's your audience?
Yeah,
Jesus,
who's coming home at 1 p.m.
Yeah, like come on, guy. As previously stated, as an adult, I'm not really trying to go back and watch those cartoons anymore.
No. No.
With Disney Plus has come a couple of those great shows, like Drake and Josh era, like Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place.
Did not get into either of those.
Not mad about either of them. Yeah, not for me. There might be a slight bit of like, I had delved into them when I was younger, so now I still think it's funny. Whereas if you were to pick it up, you might be like, nah, fuck this.
Yeah. I mean, I was already like, fuck that when those were out, so. Yeah, I think my one show that I liked that was kind of like all that stuff was Zoe 101.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one.
That's one, ironically, that's one that I never really got into. Like, I've seen a little bit of it, and I liked it, but I don't know. Never really just super got into that one. One that came out when we were far too old for these types of shows that I actually do enjoy is Victorious. Oh, yeah. That show's great. Fucking love that show. I mean, first off, Victoria Justice.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I get it.
Second off, Ariana Grande is fucking hilarious in that show. She's a fucking idiot. Like, fucking idiot.
So she's the same.
She's the exact same. Nothing's changed. Super funny. I feel like there's a couple other like characters that you'd see like from other like Nickelodeon shows that like popped up in that too. But
yeah, probably.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty funny. And then also I was like, tell me again why the fuck I couldn't go to an arts high school? Like what the shit? My high school sucked ass compared to that. Apparently they're real things. I had no idea.
Rich people did.
I guess so, yeah. That's about it.
Also, like, remember how like badly you wanted to get slimed?
I don't share that same interest anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I did. I did want
sounded
to.
Great.
It sounded so great. Why? I don't. I don't.
Great. Now
I don't even like when my hands are sticky.
I gotta go shower like 12 times in a row. This is probably in my eyes. My
clothes are ruined. They're completely ruined. Fucking shoes. How do you wash shoes?
How many injuries do you think they had because of slime? Like someone breathes it in.
Probably a lot. Like if like some spill, someone like trips and falls on it, you know? Probably a lot. Should look into that.
Like it probably cannot happen today legally. Like sliming people.
But yeah, you're just dumping gallons of liquid on people. Yeah. Like, probably not. Especially kids, nonetheless.
Yeah. The 90s, dude.
It's a different time.
Great time.
Great time, buddy. I don't really feel obligated to like really pick this apart.
I don't know.
Because like everyone's had a Heineken. If you drink beer, you've had a Heineken, right?
Probably.
I mean, we can talk a little bit about it and you know maybe give like a final rating, I guess. But
I'm not rating this.
All right, that's fair. Okay.
I'm biased, dude. This is like the first beer I've had in like 5 days.
so you're already getting like wet pants over this as it is.
It's like 4.6, 4.7. I don't know.
You're like getting drunk off 0% alcohol. Like, oh fuck! I think I do feel a little bit.
I've remained drunk since our last Heineken. Yeah.
Not driving today. Drinking Heineken.
Couples, how many beers have you had? I had 7 or 8 Heinekens. Shit.
The fuck? We're gonna breathalyze you. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
By all means. Jesus. What do we got over here?
Is that an open bottle of whiskey in your backseat? Technically.
For splitting hairs? What do we have time-wise over here? It's not?
No.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, it is.
I was going to say.
45 minutes.
Okay. All right.
We should probably wrap it up.
Fair enough. Just wanted to bring this guy up a little bit here.
Yeah.
Pizza the other day. Yeah, the other day, yesterday. Yesterday?
The other day.
The other day.
I had pizza both days. I had pizza yesterday, too.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous. So I think I'm committing to having pizza today.
Tacoma Boys, dude.
But it's so is it frozen?
It's like a take it home and bake it.
Like a Papa, whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
But a lot of pepperoni on it. Like, the top was covered in pepperoni. And I was like...
Love it.
We were going there specifically... actually, nothing specific.
Yeah, why have you never been there before?
I've been there before.
Okay.
I was driving by, and they have the best meat in Tacoma. It's a little out of the way for me. It's like 10 minutes away, so it's not that far.
Fair enough.
Best meat in Tacoma. And so anytime I drive by it, I'm like, okay, I gotta stop.
Absolutely.
I gotta stop.
Absolutely.
Um,
Time out. Do you prefer their meat or how you order it? Because don't you order meat online too? No.
Just Costco.
Oh, okay. All right.
They just have like the best like higher quality beef.
Okay, fair enough.
So they have a really good selection, but yeah, they have some really high quality beef as well.
Nice.
And then they have a massive beer selection and stuff. So
saw that online.
There. Yeah.
Nice. But so you were passing by.
Oh, and just I had to stop.
Fair enough.
That was it. So it was. I said we were going there specifically, and then I was like, no, we weren't
really.
Actually. We were going to a Safeway that has Stump Down concentrate because there's like one in Tacoma that sells it. So
got you. Yeah,
we're going.
Elizabeth said that's been like hard to find for some reason.
Yep. I think it's a new product, so
that makes sense.
Not everyone carries it.
I have obtained a. I don't like calling it a cold brew maker because it's not. It's just stuff. It's a container that you make cold brew in. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but like, what kind of container is it? Like a bucket?
It's a pitcher with a tea infuser, like filter in it that you put the coffee in.
Okay, so it is specifically for cold brew, though.
Totally, yes.
See, I would call that a cold brew maker.
I know. I just
like I have a bod brew system, which has like this like container and has like a little like you screw on them.
Yep.
Fill it with coffee, screw it on.
Yep.
Then you like screw on the main container, fill it with water. There's even like a top chamber if you want it, and you can flip it over when the brew's done, and then just screw it off and you're good to go.
Don't think you can flip this one over, but yeah, it's basically the exact same thing.
I mean, they're all the same.
Yeah.
But I've also done like the bucket method.
So if you have one of those, why do you not like it? Is it just time consuming or?
Just time consuming, and I don't love the metal filters. In order, like, it just doesn't filter it out as well, and so like if I wanted to make it really good, I would like what I've done in the past is prepped the cold brew and filter it all out, and then I would put it through a Chemex filter again.
Right. Yeah.
But then at that point, I'm like, now I'm just doing too much work.
There's way too much extra steps. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll do it, and then sometimes I'm just like, eh.
Fair enough.
Meh.
So that's where I'm at. Like, I got one of those, and I want to make like hefty concentrate with it.
Yeah.
So that way it will last a while, so I don't have to be doing this all the time. But Tacoma Boys, need to go there.
Pizza. You were on about pizza.
Yeah, pizza. I just wasn't like it was really good, but I just wasn't satisfied. Like I just need more pizza.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't love that pizza. It was fine.
I thought it was good.
It was at Forelli's,
and it had a good amount of garlic, which was nice.
Yeah,
for once, because most places don't put enough.
I just think I think the pizza there in general.
Yeah,
Like, I wouldn't have been happier with it. Like, I think the pizza we got was the best pizza we could have got.
Agreed.
But
agreed.
See,
the pepperonis pissed me off.
When Renee first texted Elizabeth,
okay,
she was like, "Let's go to like the Camp Bar or Crown Bar or something like that."
Camp Bar.
And I was like, I'm doing pizza tonight. This I was already planning on. I was like,
you were
I'm doing pizza. And then Renee asked Elizabeth, and I was like, here are the places
that I will go
that have pizza and have bars.
Right.
And Forelli's was just like one that I threw on the list because it's a pizza and it's a pizza place and they have a bar.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nothing like Crown Bar or Camp Bar.
Like it's not anything like what they wanted at all.
No.
Right.
And there's plenty of other options that would have been that. And then we picked Forelli's.
And not in the convenient Tacoma location.
No.
We went up to Ruston.
All the way to Ruston. And fuck Ruston.
That confused me the most, actually.
So I'm in Elizabeth's room when you called me and asked which location. And I almost answered the one on 6th Ave in Union.
Mm-hmm.
And then Elizabeth said Ruston. And I was like,
fuck.
I might not go.
Well, so that was because
I was so close to saying I'm not going then.
This is why I called too, because Renee texted me. She's like, Forelli's in Ruston. I was like, all right. So I Googled. All I did was Google Forelli's, and the Ruston one didn't even come up.
Yeah, it's relatively new.
Didn't even come up at first, and I was like, okay, this is a big difference.
Yeah.
I think she said Ruston. So then I called you and I was like, so it's not the one in Tacoma?
And I was like literally about to say like Union or something. And then it was just like Ruston. And I was like,
fuck. So about this.
I'm like, I don't know that I'm going anymore. Actually, it turns out you and Renee can go and Nick and I are going to hang out like the original plan. And I'm going to go to the Rock, right down the street.
Okay. Thought we were talking about Dwayne for a second there. It was fine. I thought again, I think I liked the pizza more than you did, but it was pretty good. But again, I would hate to see a normal amount of pepperoni.
I don't understand why people are so confused about extra pepperoni.
Yeah. Just put more on.
They get Salamone's and they're like, but if we put more on, it'll like cover the entire pizza. And we're like, yeah. I mean, that's still not even enough. Really.
Where's the problem?
I want pepperoni over pepperoni.
Yeah. We need double layered pepperoni here. I don't know. What are you on about?
Don't stop there when you think it's just covered pizza.
You haven't finished yet. Yeah. You've only covered the pizza. You need to cover the pepperonis. My God. Anyways, so that's that. I'm getting pizza night apparently. Finishes up.
Yeah.
Well, this was a Heineken.
Like, subscribe, ring our bell. Whatever.
We've had a bit of an increase of views lately, so
allegedly.
So I'd be curious to hear from y'all's just what you like and what you dislike, just in general. Just drop a comment or drop a middle finger, or whatever you feel like.
Okay, bye.